Timeout with Jason Salas.
Half a day, everybody. Welcome back to Timeout. We are talking about all things athletic, and now a Notre Dame high school grad, 24-year-old Justin Trusso of Yona, is serving our country very, very proudly by serving as a member of the U.S. Army Reserve. He's also made Guam extremely proud because he was the top competitor in the Best Warrior competition. Joins me right now in the Harmon Studios. Justin, half a day.
Half a day, Jason.
All right, so 28 events you competed in. That's insane.
Yeah.
Well, probably for somebody like you, like as a serviceman, how did it feel for you to work out and describe the events that you actually competed in?
Well, prior to the competition, they don't exactly tell you all of the events that you're going to be evaluated on. Aside from the obvious ones like the APFT, the physical fitness test, the road march, the M4 qualification and the M9 qualification, those were all obvious. So prior to that, it's kind of like you just got to touch up on all your basic soldiering skills and just hope that that's what you're going to be evaluated on.
Now, personally, what do you feel are your strengths and maybe like your weaknesses, areas that you really needed to shore up?
Personally, I think that I'm just like kind of broad on all of the events. So basically, it was just the ones that I needed to improve on were my land navigation, my night land navigation, working with the dagger for the urban orienteering, and basically just touch up on everything else, make sure that I had enough to succeed in the event. So.
You gotta love those compasses, right?
Yeah.
Pathfinder skills.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so of course you were the top soldier for the regional competition out here, but then you competed in Wisconsin.
Yes.
How was it to actually perform your skills out there, with the different climate and, obviously much different than back here at home?
Right. Surprisingly, the climate was actually similar to here. It was very humid. It's the rainy season, and so it wasn't so bad as far as physical aspects of the competition, but basically it was the same events. Most of them were the same events that I did in Hawaii in the previous competition, and so it was just
sounded like a really stressful time, right?
Yeah, it was. It was very sleep deprived, so you're just always hydrating, constantly trying to get as much rest as you can when you can, and yeah. And
this was over 4 days, I understand, right?
Yes, competition was for 4 days.
And you had no idea what you were going to be tested on and in what order?
Yeah, like I said, only a few things we knew. The rest of them they called them mystery events, so it was always a surprise. Well,
that's a mark of a true soldier because you train so hard so that if your skills are ever called upon, you're ready to go at a moment's notice, right?
Yeah.
All right. What kind of feedback have you gotten from the members of your unit, like back here and maybe your fellow Guamanians about how you performed?
Well, I mean, they didn't really tell you. Unfortunately, they don't tell you where you placed and how well you did. They only announced the first place winner and the runner-up. So basically, it was just me going out there and doing my best, not knowing. It would have been nice to know at least where I could have improved on, and where future soldiers could improve on in the future. So.
How do you think, like most Guamanian athletes, because when you went to ND, you trained with rugby. Also, and it was a basketball as well, or?
Yeah, I played volleyball and soccer, a little soccer with them, yeah.
What do you think some of the unique traits about like most Guamanian athletes, how does that prepare you for, military service or, competing in like military events as far as, like the conditioning that we have and maybe the diets that we have and everything, how does that prepare you?
As far as the dieting and the conditioning, that's all on you, but if you grew up and you played a lot of sports throughout high school, middle school, then it definitely helps jumping right into the service. You already have that natural athleticism and agility. So, but the dieting part, it's all about discipline, really.
Red rice, kind of hard to give up. Right?
Yeah.
What have some of your favorite parts of being a enlisted man been? Basically, just mingling with my battle buddies. Working together. Every time we come together, it's like a family, like your second family, basically. So you guys go in, you talk about how your month's been, and that's probably the best thing that I like to take away from each battle assembly. All right, well, we certainly are proud of you. Glad to have you defending our nation and representing us in competition, so thank you very much.
Hey, thank you for having me.
All right, and stay tuned because we will be back more Weekend Edition when we return.
Timeout with Jason Salas.